So would I. That was Cary Grant's famous reply when an interviewer suggested everyone wanted to be him. And who wouldn't? He was the very definition of debonair, the quintessential Hollywood leading man, possessing a charm and wit that seemed entirely effortless. But the legend of Cary Grant was a carefully crafted performance, built piece by a young English immigrant named Archibald Alec Leach. Born in 1904 into poverty in Bristol, England, Archie Leach's childhood was far from glamorous. His home life was strained and difficult, and he found his escape not in wealth, but in the magic of the cinema. He left school at 14 and soon joined a traveling acrobatic comedy troupe known as the Pender Troupe. This was Archie's first real stage, a place where he learned to use his physicality, his timing, and his natural charisma to captivate an audience. In 1920, at the age of just 16, Archie sailed with the troupe to the United States for a performing tour. When the group returned to England, Archie made the audacious decision to stay behind. He was alone in a new country, hustling to make a living on the demanding vaudeville circuit. He spent the next decade performing acrobatics, juggling, and comedic acts in theaters across America, from New York to California. This period was crucial. It was his American apprenticeship, where he polished the stage skills that would later define his comedic timing on screen. By the early 1930s, the vaudeville era was fading, and Archie set his sights on Hollywood. He drove west, determined to make the transition from the stage to the silver screen. His early auditions were met with skepticism. One scout reportedly complained, "He is bow-legged and his neck is too thick." But his genuine charm and magnetism eventually won over Paramount Pictures. In 1931, he signed his first contract. The studio insisted on one major change. The name Archibald Leach sounded too English, too ethnic, not all-American enough. After some discussion, a new name was chosen, Cary Grant. The moment that name was stamped onto a contract, the sophisticated, beloved screen icon was officially born, leaving the troubled English boy Archie behind. Grant himself would later reflect on this transformation, saying, "I played at being someone I wanted to be until I became that person, or he became me." He consciously molded himself into the image of American masculine glamour, taking inspiration from figures like Douglas Fairbanks. The smooth, impeccable accent and the impeccably tailored suit were not accidental. They were the tools he used to build the character of Cary Grant, a man far more polished than the impoverished boy from Bristol. From vaudeville performer to Hollywood royalty, his journey is the ultimate story of self-invention, proving that sometimes the greatest role you can play is the one you create for yourself.